Welcome back, watch fans. We're going to be talking about a very sensitive topic, so this is really for those 18 and up. Now, does Patek size matter? Does the size of your Patek matter? Now, there was a scientific survey done with 1,000 female subjects at the University of Pennsylvania, and the question was asked, does Patek size matter? The response will shock you. So before we get into that, let's kind of do a quick survey of some different Patek eras. We're starting here from the kind of 70s, maybe late 60s even, two ellipse models, the Gondolo, and we get into the 80s size, which is 36 millimeter. These are a little bit smaller. And finally, we get into a modern size, or actually maybe even pre-modern, because this is circa 2007. And this is a roughly 37 millimeter. This is 36 millimeter. Now, I don't know if you can see the difference here. Hang on a second. Let me see. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? Now, here is what the females answered when they were asked, does your lover's Patek size matter? Here is what they said. Most of the females said that they actually prefer a smaller Patek, which gives them the maximum pleasure. Now, why is that? Why is that? Because look, the size of the Patek is actually inversely proportionate to the size of other things, which we can't mention this because this is a family channel. Needless to say, a famous Patek wearer, which is Donald J. Trump, a U.S. president, famously has or had a Patek Ellipse in gold, of course, yellow gold, obviously, on a gold strap, gold bracelet. It kind of goes like this a little bit. So, it's the classic ellipse shape, kind of a gold bracelet. A little different than this. It's kind of a little bit tacky, but listen, everybody's entitled to mistakes. Mistakes have been made, as in the famous words of Bill Clinton. Now, Donald Trump wears this size, and he's a big guy. So it's actually his watch probably is. Actually, you know what? It is exactly this shape. It's exactly roughly this shape. Sorry about the dust on the dial. Let me see if I can. This is embarrassing here. We got very high production values, but yeah, okay, got more dust on. Look, this is. You guys aren't paying for this, so don't have high expectations of this channel, okay? When you start paying the bills, then you can, you're entitled to comment. Now, what size should you wear? Look, the small sizes are definitely coming back. How do I know the small sizes are coming back? Okay, I'll tell you how I know. First of all, I'm actually I hate to brag, but I actually have a third sense. I'm able to predict trends in style and fashion. Well, I don't know about clothes or whatever, but certain things. Now, I'm actually, by the way, that's actually not a joke. I actually do have a very good sense of where certain trends are going. And now this has been actually validated because what am I seeing? I've seen in the last few months a number of younger guys. Now, I'm an old man, but these guys are probably mid-20s, okay? So these are, what are they, Gen Xers, no, Gen Zers, millennials, whatever they are, wearing small watches, smaller than this. And this is like, what is this? This is, I don't know, this is, okay, so we got a 36 millimeter, and this is, I don't know what this is. This is, whatever it is, this is, yes, it is a men's Patek. I know you guys are going to be saying this is a ladyboy Patek or whatever, but no, this is actually, yeah, I've seen guys wearing small watches like this. Not Patek, but other brands, okay? And across multiple demographics, right? So, interestingly, I saw a couple of black guys, that's right, African Americans, wearing the smaller watch. Now, why is that important? Is that a racist thing? Well, here's the thing you got to understand. Most black people, okay, I'm talking about not even the U.S., but generally, they generally have a very strong sense of style, okay, or strong sense of fashion, and you're not going to see them. It's a really very, it's considered almost taboo to be wearing something that is not in current style. It's, if these guys are wearing the small watches, and again, That I think is further evidence that we are seeing the trend go, right? The trend is moving towards the small watches. So what I would suggest my watch loving friends, what was I going to say? My watch enthusiasts. That's right, watch enthusiasts, fellow watch enthusiasts, fellow Americans, fellow watch enthusiasts. Actually, this channel, our audience is actually, this is a global channel. This is a global channel. This is not just an American channel. This channel transcends. It transcends all countries, languages, everything, cultures, and so all watch enthusiasts are actually moving to the small watches. It is a counter trend, We saw the trend go huge and bigly, and now we're going small. So now the avant-garde, the hipsters are going small. They're going towards the small watches. But now the question is, what is the ideal size? I think the ideal size is the 36 millimeter. 36 millimeter Patek Philippe, we see here the classic shape of the 80s. I believe this is really the classic shape. We got a little bigger, and again, this is, I think, a 37 travel time. This wears really great on the wrist. It's a very, and again, it looks modern. You know, they got the big bezel, a lot of metal exposed there for scratches. And of course, they've been going with this trend for a while. They've been going with this exposed bezel space for quite a while now, especially on the modern Pateks. I think this was really the front runner. And I think this is actually a very good choice if you're looking for something other than a Calatrava. Obviously, we got the beautiful movement in the back, etc. On the Jean Rousseau bespoke strap of shark skin. That's right, shark skin. This is a Camille Fournier strap, and this is an original Patek strap. By the way, I love the flat straps. The flat straps are my favorite. Flat alligator straps, as they were intended to be worn. And this is the real deal, my friends. This is the real deal, Holyfield. So, again, you've heard it now. The small watches are coming back. And basically, when you're wearing a small watch like this, it shows that, you're a real man. It takes a real man to wear a small Patek. Let me repeat that again. It takes a real man to wear a small Patek. When you have these giant watches, they go 38 millimeter plus, they're no longer elegant. Some brands look good with a big dial. AP is one of them. Okay, AP, Royal Oak, excuse me. I'm speaking specifically about the Royal Oak. They can get away with it just because of the way the watch is designed with the bracelet. Somehow they actually look better when they go to that 39 millimeter size, or even 40. Patek, on the other hand, no. It's designed to be an elegant dress watch. And again, how do I explain this to you? Look, when you're an aristocrat like myself, wearing a bespoke, dress shirt, a French cuff dress shirt. I don't know if I can show you this, but you can't wear a 50 millimeter watch. Okay, you want to slide under the cuff. Yeah, of course. They make the left cuff slightly bigger. I could get my tailor to make it a bigger cuff, but come on, it's kind of goofy. The idea is smaller is more elegant. Again, these are made to be worn for formal occasions. A small watch, thin is beautiful. Thin is beautiful. Okay, that is the reality. Okay, don't I know the media is trying to hype this thing with the fat people are showing you all these fat chicks on TV, and you go into any store selling exercise clothes, and they got the fat model in the front. I mean, come on, they got the mannequin, the fat mannequin, and it's quite interesting how the media and big tech and the government, the media government industrial complex is trying to program you. They are trying to program you for fat acceptance. Now, listen, it's really not healthy to be that overweight. The way that the media is trying to push it. Like, what is it, Lizzo? What happened to her? She, I think, got canceled for being a sexist or something. I don't know. Everybody's getting canceled these days. I'm just waiting for this channel to get canceled. I haven't even gotten started. I'm already halfway close to getting canceled. Yeah. So don't believe the hype. Thinner is better. Thinner is better. A healthy size, I should say. Healthy size. Now again, you don't want to go smaller than this, and these are, the size of basically, I would say these, it's interesting. These watches are actually bigger than your average Cartier tank. That's right. These are bigger. Maybe this is the size of a Cartier tank. Actually, no, this is a little bit wider, tiny bit wide, I believe. This is thinner. So these watches are roughly, classic Cartier tank size, and that size has worked for them forever. I'm talking about the classic tank, not when they try to make them huge and everything else. I mean, it's kind of a joke, right? These big watches. And, I'm not a fan of Patek going to these 38 millimeter sizes because they're just too big. The lugs get too big. Again, they really were pushing it. Look at the way these lugs are. Look how big these lugs are compared to this. You got these lugs really kind of, they start hanging over the wrist, and it's just not an elegant look, okay? I don't care how big your wrist is. This is a perfect size. Anybody can wear this. I don't care if you're the size of, got lumberjack wrists. This may not be the right look, but again, if Donald Trump can wear one of these, and he's a big guy, if he can wear one of these small Pateks, you can too, right? It's okay. It's okay. I know, especially the Americans. The Americans are very obsessed with size. It's unbelievable, but true. Especially in Texas, people there are huge. I'll end with this story. I was in Spain. Was it Spain? I was coming back from Spain, and somehow I ended up landing in Dallas. I've never been in Dallas before, and I was just in the airport. There's a connecting flight, and massive difference. What a contrast, because I was in Sevilla, Toledo. Okay, so I was in Seville and Toledo, as we say in American, and actually, the people there are kind of small, and I'm not exactly a basketball-sized guy. I'm roughly the size of Anthony Farrer, the timepiece gentleman, maybe an inch taller, and I saw a lot of guys who were short, like maybe like 5'3" or 5'4" or something, 5'5", I don't know. I felt like a giant. And when I landed in Dallas at the airport, for the connection, I'm walking around the terminals. The people were giants. I mean, they were huge, and they all, a lot of them a lot of them were wearing boots, the cowboy boots and the hats. I actually did see that, or the stupid baseball caps. But yeah, there are people in Texas because they're probably drinking a lot of what do you call it? A lot of steroids, milk from the cows. They give the cows a lot of steroids, and that's what happens, And who else knows what they're drinking? We know that Anthony Farrer was a male prostitute in Dallas for a number of years, so maybe he gave him something to drink. Okay, all right, we're not gonna go in that direction. This is a family show. On that note, let me know what you punters think. Leave your nasty and vicious comments below. And I'll see you all on the next video. Now look at this beautiful, beautiful Sunburst. I mean, this is the winner for Sunburst. Actually, very close, very close. This one, by the way, this is from Japan. This one doesn't have as bright of a Sunburst. It doesn't have as bright of a Sunburst. This is really the king of Sunbursts, I believe. And the yellow, obviously, it's hard to say, is this the king of Sunbursts? I don't know, what do you think? What do you punters think? Leave your nasty and vicious comments below. Now here's the thing, the problem with the dress watch, the reason why a lot of you punters aren't wearing this is because, you're wearing, the flip-flops and the t-shirt and the cargo shorts, and you really can't wear this. You can't wear this watch with a, urine-stained, grease-stained t-shirt and cargo shorts. You really can't. This one you might be able to, but you can't wear an elegant watch like this with that, dirty t-shirt. You just can't do it. For that, you need a Rolex. You need to be a peasant. You need to wear a peasant Rolex, like a GMT, a Submariner. The Submariner is the ultimate peasant Rolex, especially the black one, the black dial, black bezel. That is the way you should be wearing if you're a peasant. But if you are an aristocrat, such as, yours truly, you can actually wear one of these. Actually, look, and by the way, you don't need to wear under a dress shirt. You can actually wear this, other clothes. But you do need to give it a little bit of thought. You do need to give it a little thought. I know most Americans are lazy. most Americans are lazy. They don't want to put any thought into how they dress. And you know what? I'll leave one final comment. You know, a lot of you punters are saying, "Oh, I can dress however I want." You know, it's because I don't know what it's freedom. Americans are very into freedom. They have freedom, right? They're very into the freedom thing. But here's the thing: it's not about you, my friend. It's not about you. It's not about the you dressing to impress people. Okay, it's not about you dressing to impress people. Okay, I know a lot of you are very sensitive because you're plebeians, and it's really about showing respect to society. It's about showing respect to society, because imagine this, you know, you show up to a restaurant, all right? I'm sure you guys have seen this. You show up to a restaurant, and these days, you know, they'll let anybody in, you could wear anything, right? I remember I was in Vegas 20 years ago, and with a guy who was kind of an affiliate of the Russian mob, you know, typical guy, you know, big belly, and you know, he's got the Svetlana with him, who he found somewhere, you know, the skinny, you know, the blonde. And she's wearing the whole, you know, what the Russians were wearing back then was, what were they into at that time? Moschino, that was the brand they all loved. So, you know, we go to this restaurant at the, what's the restaurant in that pyramid shape? Luxor, which is a kind of piece of garbage. And she shows up at this restaurant, you know, whatever, I don't know. She shows up wearing jeans, like, you know, the designer jeans, you know, probably $300 jeans or whatever. I don't know. And they wouldn't let her in. They wouldn't let her in. She went bananas, but they wouldn't let her in. And this is at the Luxor in Las Vegas, of all places. Las Vegas, the bottom of the barrel. And, you know, but society has changed a lot. These days you can go to, I don't know, probably go to, I'm trying to think, what is a high-end restaurant now? I don't even know. Anywhere. Most places, they'll let you in as is. But here's the thing. If you're at a nice dinner, if you're paying $100 a head, right? You're there with you and, I don't know, your date. You're paying, it's going to cost you $300 at a nice restaurant. It is, right? It's $300. You're spending $300 for a nice dinner, right? And look, your girlfriend, your wife, you know, she's probably dressed up, because look, women at least have some sense of decency still. There's still some decency. Most, I should say. Not all. It's really slipping. And, you know, the guy next to you is, you know, you're kind of, you may or may not be dressed up, but then the guy next to you is wearing his flip-flops, you know, with his dirty toenails and his shorts. You've seen and he's got the tattoos on his thigh and his whatever, and you know, who know, you don't want to see that, with his baseball cap, sweat-stained trucker cap, and you know, he's got obviously the gold Rolex Submariner on the wrist. Because why does he do that? Because he wants to flex. They kind of want to show you, the person who dresses like that wants to basically show you, hey, you know what? I am so important. I can dress however the hell I want, and you know, I'm wearing this gold Rolex to show you how you know, rich I am, right? And how important I am. That is the message that these lowlives are trying to send you. So when you see that, you should tell them. You should tell them to have some, you know, have some respect for other members of society. Just try to make a little bit of effort to at least dress like a human being. Because look, the idea is when you go out in public, you know, if everybody's well dressed, everybody else feels better. It creates a better, it creates just a better environment for everybody. So it's not about you, okay? It's not about you. The whole world does not revolve around you. Why do you think cops wear uniforms? Why do you think you know, most professionals wear uniforms? The military takes uniforms very seriously, because appearances do matter. They do matter. Don't believe the hype that the media, big tech, is trying to sell you about fat people, sloppy fat people with their bellies hanging over their shorts and their dirty feet in their flip-flops, okay? And that saying that is okay. It is not okay, okay? So hopefully this doesn't get me canceled from YouTube. I know that YouTube is very into spreading the agenda of you know, the leftist movement, the anarchist movement, but you know, this is the last bastion. This channel is the last bastion of civilization and aristocracy. All right, on that note, my friends, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you click the like, subscribe button right now.